If the A19 goes ahead, it's going to cut a swathe 60 metres wide through the front lines, and it's very likely that a great many bodies of the missing are going to be unearthed.
To me, Pilkin Ridge is sacred ground. Building this motorway and destroying Pilkin Ridge is disgusting. To me, they shouldn't even be thinking of doing it. It shouldn't even enter their heads.
No, I think it's all wrong. It's all wrong. I don't want a road where my comrades are buried. I don't want it.
Some of my old colleagues would probably be amongst that. Lot of bones lying in the soil there.
One of the great things about the A19, or the only great thing that I can personally see, is at the moment it stops.
If they do build over that area, they destroy it as a memorial.
This piece of landscape is a very symbolic piece of landscape. There's been very little development, and there's still a slight sense that something went on here. We're sitting right on top of the original British front line where the Battle of Passendale began, and that claimed just British lives, 250,000 men. Of those 250,000, 40,000 men were never found, so they're still lying here in the field somewhere. By the summer of 1915, the German lines almost encircled the city of Ypres. They held the ridges to the north, the east and the south, which meant that they could shell the whole area from three sides. And this they did for 3 years, almost non-stop. For the British, this place became the cauldron of the First World War, and everybody knew it and feared it. After the war was over, there was a lot of support for Winston Churchill's idea that the devastated city be left ruined as a permanent memorial. The Flemish people, though obviously disagreed, they painstakingly rebuilt it brick by brick to the original medieval designs. Since then, the area has been continuously developed, and I suppose the latest phase of this development is the planned extension of the A19.
I witnessed my grandfather and my father, the efforts that they had to do to rebuild this city. Nothing was left. They had to build everything again. We were very grateful towards those who came here and fought and died for our independence and freedom. But the development of the city and of the area has to be made for the future to give the coming generations the possibility to live properly. That will in no way diminish the respect for those who fell. In no way.
These chaps fought and died in order for Belgium to have their freedom. What I think the fundamental question is where do we draw the line? To me, every bit we take is one step nearer to forgetting the sacrifices that these chaps made and forgetting the horrors of war.
You're always scared, really. You lost your mate nearly every day. And you just wondered if you were going to be the one tomorrow.
I was going up to the line in convoy with horse transport. And then suddenly the shells began to fall and the horses began to panic and there was carnage and carcasses all over the place then. That was a time when there was plenty of death round about me.
This is the end of the A19. That out there in front of you is Pilkin Ridge. Somewhere out there, lies a body of your great Uncle Walter that you can look at now and see where he fought, see where he died, and see where he still lays. To me, that is part of our family's history. And now they want to dig him up. My family had 3 brothers which were all killed in the Great War. Out of them, only one of them has a grave. That is my great-grandfather. What I think the beauty of Pilkin Ridge is that I can take my son, or people can take children to Pilkin Ridge and say, this is how it was during the time of the conflict. Mm-hmm.
I ask myself, those who fell here, would they say we fell here and we want that everything is fixed like we left it in 1918? I think they certainly would want us to look to the future and go on with life as they died for our freedom and way of life. Do you know many cities in the world where every night, winter and summer, even when there is nobody but the buglers and the 2 policemen, every night we think on those who fell here. And I think that on remembering, we don't have to receive a lesson from nobody.